Hello practice members. So today is the first in a series of interviews I'm going to be doing with different professionals that are in the Greater Toronto area. I'm part of a group that's on Thursday mornings. We meet with professionals around town that do different things like lawyers, accountants, bookkeepers, professional services, contractors, these kind of things. Today we're having our first interview. This is with Raydel. He's the handyman of the group, and this is Raydel.
Hi everybody.
So I'm going to be asking Raydel just a few questions so that way you might, if you need the services of the handyman, I'm going to ask him some things, learn a little bit about him, so that way you'll have a better idea what Raydel can do for you. So Raydel, tell us a little bit about yourself.
I started in 2003 with just doing painting.
Okay.
So, and then actually it was you guys, the customers, who kind of like lead me through what I'm doing now. Just being at the customer's house, and they always ask me, "Hey Ray, you know how to replace the faucet?" And sure, yeah, I know how to do it. So will you replace it for me? So
Okay.
I started that way, doing a little bit of work at the job site that I was doing at that time.
Yeah.
And to many of these years, so few of my customers actually told me, "Well, you're not a painter, you're a handyman."
Yes.
Until you realize, you know, well, this is
Okay.
something I can expand my business and
Good.
make that official, right?
Okay. Good. And so, where do you cover in the GTA? Where do you go? How far do you go?
We cover Toronto,
Yeah.
North Dorothy Hills, up to Richmond Hill,
Okay.
Markham, and Pickering and Ajax. So
Okay.
we focus on the center-east part of the GTA.
Okay. That's good. And where are you from originally? Because you might hear an accent. So.
Yes, I'm originally from Cuba.
From Cuba.
Yeah.
So there you go. When? Good.
Cuba, they would
Cuba.
say.
Cuba. That's right. And so, is there any kind of special work that you do that people wouldn't expect that a handyman might do, or is there some kind of special thing that you're good at that people wouldn't expect that a handyman might do?
We do moldings.
Moldings.
Crown moldings.
Crown moldings.
Yes, we do crown moldings.
Okay.
Basement finishing. Yes, we do basement.
Okay.
We do all kind of renovations, kitchens, bathrooms.
Mm-hmm.
But a lot of the times, people ask, like, if we do up jobs, like tiny jobs.
Mm-hmm.
Just as I mentioned it before, replacing your faucet in the kitchen or in the bathroom, switching your outlets at home. This
Okay.
is upgrading them from the old system to the new modernized system. This is something that you don't need to have an electrician to replace those little items or a light feature. Any kind of work
Yeah.
that might be for you something like art, and you don't really need to have a licensed electrician
Okay.
to do it. Actually, most of the time you can do it as the owner of your own house. You can go ahead and do it.
Sure.
Yeah.
Sure. Let's say in the summertime, it's spring, we're getting into spring right now when
Yeah.
we're filming this, so what are the kind of things that people are just starting to ask you to do right now, like things
Oh, if
outside
we
the
can
house?
clean up the eave trough.
Clean the eaves
Yeah,
first, for
clean the
example.
eave trough.
Yeah.
We know we did it at the beginning of the fall last year, and
Mhm.
plus with the winter and other stuff, they think that sometimes they don't need it, sometimes they need it to clean up again before the rain
Yeah.
start. We fix roof for them. Sometimes when we get to clean the eave, we find out that the squares and the raccoons make holes to go inside, and
Yes.
so we end in also fixing the roof for our customers.
Good, good.
This is something they might not think the handyman we do, but yes, we do.
That's right, because I wouldn't have thought of the eaves troughs, and when you mentioned that, that's
Yeah.
very interesting, right?
Yeah.
Do you do like outside of windows, let's say like somebody's windows rotted out or something like that?
We replace all the sealers in the window.
Okay.
If you still have the old wood windows, we fix them. We
Okay.
paint it for them.
Mm-hmm.
And because we're in a ladder, we already on the second floor or main floor of the house.
Mm-hmm.
And if you want to clean your windows, we clean it up for you.
So you can clean
Yeah.
windows too. Okay.
It's always good. I always tell my customers when make a list,
Yes.
like a honey-do list.
The honey-do list.
Then by the time we got the job at the house, then we can go and cover a variety of things
Right.
that you might be getting done in the house in one
in
one shot. Like in one day, we get those things done.
Right, because as I understand, you have a 4-hour wage minimum.
4 hours minimum.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. And your hourly wage is
At $40 per hour.
okay. So let's say you have a number of things at your house, maybe that's only going to take 15 minutes or a half hour to repair something. Just think about, okay, we could do this, we could maybe put that shelf up, maybe, you know, replace something in the basement or whatever.
Yeah, it's always good to put a couple things together.
Yes.
And then at least we have a minimum 4 hours work to cover.
To cover it, okay.
The cost.
And do you have other workers with you as well?
Yeah, we are another 3 employees.
3 employees, okay. And is there any kind of wait time when people call, or is it pretty much within a day or two you can be there?
Well, the way I always plan it, I have always one of the guys doing service call, emergency calls, so something that cannot wait a day or two. But it's always a guy that I can move, right?
Okay.
And I keep the other 2 guys and myself focusing on the bigger projects that, as you might know, probably every week,
right.
And then we move on. Wait time, I would say, it all depends. Summertime is a busy time. It can go up to 2 weeks to 3 weeks. During the winter time, up to a week to 10 days.
Okay, depending on what you have going on.
Depending on what's going on.
That's right, okay. One other thing he had mentioned in one of our meetings is that if you have an appliance or something coming to your house that you don't want to hook up or you don't want to waste your time to do it, he can do that too, right? So
yeah, we connect all your new stove, dishwasher, take the old one out, bring the new one. But you know, the delivery guys most of the time they actually put inside the house.
Yes.
Sometimes they don't, so it depends.
Right.
But when we're there, we take care of that. I also find out lately through a lot of customers having this old house, the old bungalows or house that had been built 25, 30, 45 years ago. They don't have an exhaust fan on the bathrooms.
They don't have exhaust fans in the bathroom. Okay.
So this is something else we do. Bathroom should be ventilated, as you know, when you're taking a shower and everything. So we connect the fans to the outside.
Okay.
And this is something you might think about it if you have one of those houses, all the houses, and you want to kind of upgrade it a little bit to today's standards.
Right. So when you said you do basements, like what are you doing in the basement? You're not like putting on flooring or anything like that. Like what are you finishing in a basement, for example?
Everything.
Everything.
You start insulation, drywall.
Okay.
Something that I would like to let you know that we don't do electrical work.
You don't.
We don't do plumbing. Well, we do a small electrical work, as I mentioned, replacing your switches, your faucet, replacing your toilet, your vanity. But when it comes to major electrical and plumbing work, we use licensed electricians and plumbers.
Of course.
So we have insurance as well to cover anything on the houses.
Good. And like you even put like
laminate floor, hardwood floor,
Yeah.
no carpet. No carpet. We use a carpet guy.
Okay.
But when it comes to laminate floor, hardwood floor, or vinyl floor, yes, we do that too.
Okay, so you can install lighting and that kind of stuff too? And it's like pot lights or
baseboards, molding, trims, doors. Now that is spring and summer is coming, fixing your deck and staining your deck. This is something we do a lot during the summertime, as well as your fence. I actually mentioned it the other day on the meeting.
At the meeting, I remember.
Many times the posts get rotten through the winter, and high winds through the winter. You find out that your fence, basically blow away.
Knocked over.
So we can fix that as well.
All right, Riddell, that was great. Thank you.
You're welcome. It's a pleasure.
If you need a handyman, just come to our office, call Melanie. We have a brochure here with all the people that are part of our group. So there's a lot of different professionals, and we'll be having other interviews along the way. So Riddell the Handyman, do you have a website, by the way? So, like I say, if you're at the office and you think you'd like the information or whatever, just call Melanie, and Melanie has all the information of all the people in her group. And if you just go to him directly, just tell him, I saw the video with Dr. Marco, so that way, I can get the referral that I sent him somebody from our group. So it was a pleasure, and we'll see you in the next meeting.
See you.
Take care.